Hello, AACPS staff. In this video, we're going to learn about a feature in Google Drive called Workspaces. Workspaces are one more way for you to get organized with the files that you choose to keep in your Google Drive. Let's be honest, Google offers lots of ways to organize. There's your homepage, where you'll see files that have the most activity recently, like comments, sharing, things that you yourself have opened maybe every day this week, or files that your colleagues and collaborators have opened frequently. You also have your starred area, which allows you to put files and folders that you need right now. For educators, this is oftentimes your current unit and the materials involved in this current unit that you're working on in your curriculum. But everything in your starred area, much like your drive, is always alphabetized and it is one continuous list. Then you also have your recent area, which shows you files that you've accessed recently or were shared with you recently. So lots of different ways to organize. We're going to talk about one more additional way to get organized, and that is Workspaces. Some things to note. Workspaces only allow you to put files, no folders at this time. You can group similar files together regardless of where they are saved in different folders in your Google Drive and regardless of your name. You can have the first file that appears at the top start with a Z and the next file after it start with an A. No alphabetization, no restrictions. It's entirely up to you how you want to organize those. And then you can have separate workspaces for different collections of files that live in different folders. Maybe this is helpful to you because when you first got organized in your Google Drive, you weren't sure if you should organize by A or B. Like maybe you created a folder called quizzes and you put all of the quizzes that you give to your students in that folder. But now when you're looking for your Unit 1 quiz, it's not in your Unit 1 folder, it's in your quizzes folder. Workspaces is a great way to collect up all of your quizzes and put them together into one workspace, even if they all live in separate unit folders. Maybe you work on the same file every day for an entire week or month, or you're collaborating with a teammate on an ongoing project. You can have all the files for that project saved into that workspace so that you can access them very quickly when you open up your drive. So now that we got a little bit of background about Workspaces, let's come over here to Google Drive and let's actually look at how it functions and how to create a workspace. So your workspaces, just like your home, starred, and recent, will appear in the menu on the left-hand side. When you select on Workspaces, you will see workspaces that you already have set up. So for example, I have one called Important. These are just files that I open almost every day. I have one called Ongoing Projects. These are things that we're constantly updating. I have one called Self-Paced Spreadsheets, which has all of the responses for our self-paced courses and so on. What your workspaces are depends on the collection of files that you need to be able to access quickly. So when I want to create a new workspace, I simply click here on Create Workspace. I give it a title and choose Create. Now I can start choosing the files from my Google Drive to put into this workspace. I can add files from my drive, but I can also add files from shared drives and even files that live in my shared with me. So this is where you can think of your workspaces as being a collection of files that live in several different folders. Some of them are owned by you, some of them are owned by your colleagues. It doesn't matter where in Google Drive this file lives, you can collect them together into a workspace so that for you, for at least right now, they all appear in one place together. So I'm going to select some items to put into my workspace. Now that I've collected a few things that I would like to add to this workspace, you'll see that I have the option to click Done if I am finished adding things to this workspace for now, or I can select Add Files in the upper right-hand corner, and I can continue adding additional files that I want to be stored in this workspace. Now I've added a new workspace. It appears here among all of my others. I can click on View Workspace at any time to open up one that I might want to continue editing, changing the files that are in there by selecting on the three dots over here to delete something from the workspace, or choosing Add Files to add additional items to this workspace. You'll notice that Underneath of the name, it says that I have a limit of 25 files. So when you are creating a workspace, be very purposeful and deliberate in your purpose for it, because you will run up against that file limit if you try to put too many things into a workspace. Remember, your primary way of organizing your drive is going to be through folders. Your workspace are things that you might need right now, easily accessible to you. I hope this quick tutorial on Workspaces has helped you see how you can use one more tool to get organized in Google Drive.